continue to excel in your music. And this is not me saying, this is what he said. So feel the power and feel the push and keep working hard. And please don't look for success, because it's always the journey and not the destination.
On that note, I would like to now open it up to the audience member. I see so many hands of young artists and musicians. So if we have the mics, we can start. I know, and then I saw that gentleman over there, eager young gentleman with his hair up as well. We can get to this question.
Hi, Salim. It's good to see you again. We saw you in headquarters. I asked you a question about if you use AI for your music, and you explained it more this time, so I'm very grateful for that. Also, I grew up with you guys with CJX Orchestra, and your dad was a composer, and he was very outstanding, and he would play in front of us in during Silver Jubilee. I remember that part. My question to you is, over the years, through your music, we as Ismailis, as well as the Asian, Eastern side of the world, has got a lot of flavor of words and sounds, like you mentioned, 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗦𝗬 and 𝗃𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗏. Have you ever thought of reaching out to Hollywood, like 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗏𝗀𝗏 Ali Khan? He gave them a flavor of what East is like, you know, or singing it. I saw his movie Dead Man Walking, where he has a song, and he did certain albums. Do you ever think of giving a flavor to the Western side of the society, of what East is like?
So we've done a couple of movies. Unfortunately, they didn't do very well. There was a movie called Sold. There was this movie called Sold, which was made by an Academy film director. That film released in 2014, and it was about human trafficking, how little girls were sold in Nepal and those countries. And it was a very powerful film, but it was also a very dark film. So it didn't see any success. But it was a full-on Hollywood film. It was backed by Warner Brothers, but unfortunately didn't do well. But that's fine. We did the music for it. We've done the entire score, and there were 2 songs in the movie that we did. There was another film that we did, which was called Dusk, and that was partly done by us because we only did 1 song in that movie. The score was done by some other Hollywood composer. So answering your question, we have touched Hollywood, but it's not always that you find success, which I just said some time ago. For some reason, those movies didn't really, get good releases, and it did well. And some movies didn't even release on theater because by then OTT platforms were there. So, I know that one of them released on HBO, and it didn't release on, didn't have a theatrical release. Soul had a theatrical release, but Dusk didn't. So yeah, to answer your question, we've done Hollywood. But hey, these are just like this Hollywood, Bollywood is just a very... it was a, the process was fantastic. It's very different. Hollywood is very different from Hindi cinema. I hate the word Bollywood, by the way. I always call it Hindi cinema. It's very different. The way people work there is different sort of feelings, mindset. We had a great time working with them, and we look forward to more opportunities in doing work with international film things. We've done a European film also, a German film, which had an English title called Gate to Heaven. That happened in 2006, so it was some time ago. But it's unfortunate that we couldn't find those films being successful. So that's why it didn't really show up and blew up in the media. But inshallah.
My name is 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀 and I'm a working professional filmmaker and a big fan of your work. And Your music and your background scores have always stood out to me. I recently made a sports drama. It's called 𝗃𝗃𝗃, and that has been screened at multiple film festivals, including this one. And I'm now developing my feature film. What would it take for someone like me to collaborate with you in future?
A quick email. It's 𝗃𝗏𝗀𝗃@𝗏𝗏𝗀𝒀𝒐.com.
So, hello, 𝗟𝗏𝗪𝗀, Salim. Welcome to the UAE. I am 𝗃𝗏𝗀𝗃 and I am a drummer based in the UAE.
Wow.
So I have a question for you, and this is about the collaboration, as you were talking about it earlier. So how do I take my passion further or to the next level by getting like opportunities to connect, perform,
You have a
and
band?
collaborate? No, not just solo, with like other global artists to like gain more understanding of music, like especially Eastern music, your kind of music. And do you promote or like offer these opportunities or collabs? Thank you.
You already here, you're at GE. There is a ton of musicians here. Grab your phone, take their numbers, start collaborating. It's as simple as that. This is why a community has made GE. You've been a part of global concerts, have you? Did you go see them? Did you see some artists? If you like them, take their numbers and just say that, hey, if you need a drummer, I'm here. And even if you don't need me, I'm here. So let's make some music. If you have a band, then play with them and excel. If you don't have a band, get a band. I'm sure there are so many musicians here that you can collaborate with. I mean it. You may think that that I don't know how I'm going to find collaborators. I'm a drummer. To start with, I need a bass player, so that there is some rhythm. And then you need one melodic instrument. It could be, bass is also a melodic instrument, but it could be a keyboardist or a guitar player, or it could be a rebab player, or it could be a saxophonist or someone, or a singer. So that's how you start. Find a bass player first, so you can start grooving. Yeah, that's followers and just to get likes and just to get. It's not a bad thing. The world will tell you that, oh, don't focus on social media, or don't focus. No. It's not true. Social media is important. Instagram. See, the thing is, you cannot ignore that, because everyone's on Instagram. Everyone. I know just before you get into Jamaat Khana, just before you switch off your phone, you're on Instagram. As soon as dua gets over, you're on Instagram. So it's something that it's a non-stop affair. So but at the same time, if you are going to just fall for followers and likes and views, I would say try to focus on your art, because if you focus more on your art and you become a better musician or a better singer or a better performer, you'll automatically gain followers, automatically gain likes and viewership on Instagram, on social media, on Facebook. So that's where if you focus on your art, and it's fine to be active because that's how you build your following. Don't be disheartened if you have a small following, if you have less followers. Don't be disheartened. It's only your art, your music, or whatever you do, your passion, that will bring you more followers and likes and this thing. So focus on that rather than doing funny things and making a fool of yourself on Instagram and like making funny stories and being a clown and just trying to do some dub reels, etc. No. Do some serious music. Find your passion. Do something that you like. Because if you like something and you believe in something, it's a big guarantee that people will like it too. But if you don't like it yourself, there's no guarantee that people will like. So be true, be real on social media, because that's how you will get your true followers and your true your likes and your, you know. And it's not a bad thing. So don't think that you need to focus a little bit on social media, because that's how you gather your audience. Whether you like it or not, it's a big medium for you to connect with your fans. So use it properly.
Thank you.
𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀 Salim. 𝗟𝗏𝗀𝗀, thank you for the concert last night, for sharing your thoughts, and more importantly, for the amazing songs you've sung and produced over the years. My daughter grew up listening to those songs and Smiley sounds while going to school every morning. She now sang at IPAS, and my question to you is with respect to vocals. So vocal training, what are your thoughts around doing vocal training in Hindustani classical versus Western classical? Is there an advantage to doing one before the other or one only?
There's no versus. You have to, if you can manage to do both or even more, it's amazing. I mean, both Indian classical music and Western classical music have a lot of, it has a lot of power, it has a lot of tradition, and tradition is most important in any form of music. You know, even if you're studying jazz or any kind of extended genre, basic is Western classical music. So if there is knowledge there, it really gives you a great foundation. Same with Indian classical music. Indian classical music gives you beautiful foundation. It gives you a sense of tradition. It gives you a sense of the notes and the ragas and the modes, as you call it in Western music. They both are amazing. Don't ever think that one is better than the other, or one is more important than the other. They both are extremely important. At a young age, if your girl can study both, I had the great opportunity to study both. And believe me, today when I listen to a song, I break it down differently in my head. You know, as when it comes to Indian music and Western music, I break it down in a better sense. You know, so yeah, they're both very, very important. It'd be great if she can manage to do both.
Salim, how are you?
I'm not so bad.
Thanks for a great concert yesterday. More than a question, I have a recommendation. My name is 𝗃𝗏𝗀𝗀 𝗃𝗏𝗀𝗀, I'm from 𝗪𝗪𝗀, Tanzania. We met a few years ago briefly at a concert that you came there for.
I'm so sorry, this light is really, I can't see your face properly.
Allah shine kar raha hai mere pe.
नहीं मैं आपकी बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं ये लाइट की बात कर रहा हूँ.
That's a good one.
You're shining as well, though. Okay.
So my name is 𝗃𝗏𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗀.
Hi, Shafina.
Nice to meet you again. I'm a painter. I'm a spiritual painter, and I was very happy last night to see that you've combined songs from other faiths, the Gayatri Mantra, the Guru Mantra, because when I paint, I listen to your sounds and those as well. So I paint mostly Conference of the Birds, and my take on it is Global Conference of the Birds. So I twisted it or morphed it into sustainability, painting endangered birds. Now you mentioned yesterday going to Najaf and Karbala has really impacted you. I'd just like to recommend one more thing. Try reading 𝗪𝗪𝗀𝗪𝗀𝗪's tale at this age. Not like it was when it was in our Talim, but from a different perspective, focusing on the parables now. Not on the actual main story, but in the interpretation, there's about 500 parables. And then from that, I'd like to see music coming out of you.
I will absolutely try.
Thank you.
My name is Ilyan and I'm based out of Los Angeles. Thank you so much for being here today after a very long night. Really appreciate it and your presence here. I think there's a lot of people in our Jamaat and in general who, for many different reasons, end up pursuing a career that's not rooted in the arts and music, and I'm one of them. And what I was wondering was, how can people like myself, hone our craft and really sort of upscale ourselves in music while pursuing a different career or a different job that's not rooted in music?
Wow. Well, there are so many artists who have a similar life. Like, what do you do? Can you elaborate? How many hours do you get to focus on your music versus your job?
Yeah, I think a regular job would be 40 hours a week, and then you probably get like 40 more hours to do everything else, and then the rest of the time is just sleeping.
Which is, I think you really just need 2 hours a day, to be able to do what you want to do in terms of your passion. So let's say it's music. If you spend 2 to 3 hours a day, it's actually really good for your soul, because your job, your day job, may be bringing you a certain security, but your music will bring you happiness. And now, the magical thing would be if you can convert and be on a vacation 24/7 like I am. I don't work at all. I've been on a vacation for the last 33 years. You can be that. And you can not do that 40-hour job. And if you spend a good amount of time with your music, those 40 hours of the job can just convert into a vacation. So yeah, it's really a matter of choice. A lot of times you don't get the right opportunity. It's easy to say that, okay, you're going to invest that time in music and you can invest. Of course it's difficult, especially when you have to support yourself. So it's good to have that cushion of a job, but then it's important to remain happy. And for that, you're doing the right thing by doing a day job, which gives you that cushion of security. But it's important. Music, arts is important for your soul. Because remember, it's a blessing. You didn't choose it. It was there in you. You're just nourishing it. You're just feeding it, with more happiness. So just keep doing it. And just don't think too much. You never know, sometimes your passion will become your profession.
Salim, it was communicated to me that some member of our audience has presented this to you and would like for me to give this to you. I don't know if that person is here, but just wanted to make sure.
It looks so beautiful. You really explain. Thank you so much.
It's basically Arabic name of Salim and Sulaiman. It's a small tribute to what he doing for our community and for music, for Sufi. Indeed, we all are connected with the music with Salim and Sulaiman. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
What's your name?
My name is basically Salim. I'm from 𝗟𝗏𝗀, Pakistan.
Sure. Thank you so much. So kind of you.
And so I'm also seeing this being hooked up, so...
Haven't you guys had enough? Well, I have. Well, honestly, it's better if, we speak to people, because this is something that we don't get. I'm going to probably play a couple of songs which you already heard last night. I know. But I also have a flight, so let's talk to people. I'm sorry, I thought it would be nice to have a keyboard and piano in case I want to demonstrate how a melody was composed, etc. But I already did it without the keyboard, so it's better to talk to people. Come. Yes.
Hello, my name is Rahim. I'm an athlete. My question to you is, so the music that was composed in times of Kishore Kumar and Mukesh, and that was really classics. And what we see now is not really, in my opinion, not to that level. I'm not very old, but I love that music is composed to now. What is your take on like platforms like Coke Studio in Pakistan that do renditions of some of the classics, and they bring some of the old songs in a new light, which can appeal to the current generation, yet keep those songs alive? What is your take on that as a composer? Do you agree with that? Do you not agree with that? Are you intending to do any of those kind of like remakes or renditions of songs in a very, not destroying the original track, but then bringing some light to it? What is your take on that?
Okay, firstly, I love Coke Studio Pakistan. I don't know if how many people are aware of a project called 𝗏𝗲𝗀𝗀 that I've been doing for the past. Yeah, it's got similar vibes, just that it is a different kind of a production, because we create like a live environment with a live crowd, with a, so 𝗏𝗲𝗀𝗀 was created in 1999, much before any of these projects happened. Of course, I got swallowed by the film industry in the year 2000. I did a movie called 𝗦𝗛𝗫𝗀𝗫 and whatever. So for 18 years, I was doing movies only. And in 2018, I decided to go back to my roots, to my 𝗏𝗲𝗀𝗀, and then we started creating projects for 𝗏𝗲𝗀. And every year from 2020, we've been doing a season of 𝗏𝗲𝗀. It's a collection of 10 songs featuring some of India's finest artists, like Arijit Singh, Sonu Nigam, Shreya Ghoshal, Sunidhi Chauhan, and many more, plus giving opportunities to indigenous folk artists from different parts of India. So it's kind of a similar vibe to what Coke Studio Pakistan has done, although we had started in 1999. Speaking of timeless songs like 𝗃𝗶𝘀𝗀𝗏 Sahab's and 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗏𝗀𝗏 Sahab's and 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗏𝗀𝗏 Sahab's. When we made a song called 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗏𝗀𝗏, which was about 19 years ago, 18 years ago, I never thought that it's going to become like a classic. So you don't know if today's music it still has a classic. I think today's music, which is made, and people are loving some of the things, and you may think that I don't know if this has the same power as what 70s music had, or 60s, 80s music had, or 60s music had. This you will only know after 20 years. You know what I mean? So like I said, when we made 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗏𝗀𝗏, I thought it was an okay song. It wasn't that incredible. It didn't have that charm of Madan Mohan and R.D. Burman. But God's been very kind, and the song is still in people's hearts, and people love 𝗦𝗨𝗕𝗏𝗀𝗏. It's been 17, 18 years, and there are songs like that have that timeless quality. So it's only time will tell whether songs sustain for that long, So this is something it's kind of like a gray area. You don't know if today's music will sustain for the next 20 years. Some songs will, I'm pretty sure about it, and some songs won't. So that's the true reality. Amin is giving me time out, just get out of here. Okay, cool. Sorry. But thank you, it's a great question.
So I think that brings us to an end of our session. Yeah. But I will end by saying, Salim, Maulana Shah Karim has always mentioned his desire for Ismailis around the world to be the top of their field. And I think we're seeing that. I'm so happy to have met so many people that are just doing amazing work in various aspects of their lives and their careers, and integrating music, or even music as a profession. But I say this because you really have embodied that. I think you are, and your brother are these musical geniuses, as I mentioned in my opening, that have really, really risen to the top of your field, and you have inspired so many of us. And thank you for sharing your knowledge with the Jubilee Arts Learning
It'd
Series?
be incomplete if I don't, if you don't do this, because the person who organized the keyboard here will feel like, oh yeah, there's an experience. Hey, Jake, before you make your, just do it on this mic. Before you make your recommendations, we are going to do this on one condition. That you guys all have to join in on this song, okay? Okay. Let's try this keyboard so that we can all tune up. Give me some juice, give me some. Which one would you guys like?
Bismillah.
Shukran lillah.
I think Bismillah is a song which everyone can sing together. Okay. All right. Together? Bismillah. Bismillah. It's the power of music. I felt like I was not going to sing, but seeing all of you is just making me go on and on.
All right. Thank you.